Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mancillon. I come back today to speak about the law of one. The law of one, in a sense, is what human beings need to remember, to understand. It was the law that was in place on Atlantis long time ago, but now it is about the understanding that all is one and one is all. That there was a philosopher named Empédocle, who was a pre-Socratic philosopher, who had also expressed that he knew, that he saw that infinity was hidden within all things and all beings. And it's about understanding we can never be anything else but the one. And so it's what we need to do is get rid of all the past judgment, the past programming, all the past fears that may still be lingering, that prevents us from being totally in love. And we have to understand through the law of one, what we give is what we receive. When we give something to someone, we're giving it to ourselves. When we receive something from someone, we're receiving from ourselves. When we do something to someone, it's as if we do to everybody else. On good or bad. So it's about understanding this respect of understanding that everybody is just another you. It is so you want to treat other people like you would treat yourself. And so understanding it is a stage. We were one, but we decided to split ourselves into this infinity of form and diverse quarks of understanding and beliefs, and in order to come together in this world to play a role. And so we want to eventually drop the mask and be ourselves, but understanding everybody that's in the world is just playing a role, the best role they can, and given to their own understanding. For we coming into this awakening, this realization that the earth is in great urgency. There is a great deal of urgency in terms of environmental destructions, and this will force the nation to cooperate. And so, better late than ever. There was this one thing that knows all are one and one, all for one and one for all. So it is the understanding that once we get connected to this unity consciousness, we can draw on the power from a million sun, and it's going to be amazing. I see it coming. It is. For we are devoted to the expansion of truth, the expansion of beauty, and the expansion of goodness. All of that is an unfolding process, but every day we need to continue to anchor those energies, and to allow our higher guides, our higher forces of the universe to assist us in this integration process. For there's a lot of energy that needs to be integrated. And Paul Fourcade, the highest wisdom for us today is TikTok. It is the eternal moment of now. It is the timelessness. So it's connecting to this moment of timelessness. We only need one moment to discover the truth of God. It's just a matter of opening that door and our consciousness to see what is going on. What we need to understand is why. For we are looking for the why. It is in the movie Matrix. There was this character played the Neurovengean. He says everything is about why. It is not about choice, for it is about choice, but the why is so important, the cause and effect. Where does the energy come from? Where does it go? So it's understanding the why, the ins and outs. And we can always move back to cause. When we move back to cause, it's like moving into the love and light, and from there you can create new cause. What we have to do is the treasure island. It's about giving, it's about sharing, it's about receiving, it's about discovering all those treasures, and the outcome is the destiny. So we're going to be moving towards our destiny path, where all things will be in place for us to fulfill that divine mission that we have set ourselves before we even came here, and it's all in the process, it's all unfolding. I want to say that we have 6 senses, but we have 12 visceral entities. Those visceral entities are recognized as children of the soul and the astral body, which are the mother and father. So those 12 visceral entities are the eyes and the vision, the nose and the smell, the mouth and the taste, the ear and the hearing, the body and the touch, and the intuition and the cognitive consciousness. Those beings are like children, so they've been very undisciplined. They all have their own life and habits, and so it's important to do meditation to reinforce those senses, so all the senses accept to turn towards the soul, towards the light every day, to get nourishment and to be educated, to find this peace and calm, so that they can be elevated into the glorious light of God. So all the senses have this destiny to return to the source as well with us. For we are not our senses. In the central universe, the central race that were created before the universe, beings were created with 45 to 70 senses. So as we grow and evolve through the 352 dimensions of the universe, we pass through the hundreds of dimensions of the super universe. We eventually, as we do that, we increase our our sensitivity, and we develop new senses that allows us to see, with every step we gain, to see new spirits coming into our consciousness. For now, we're living in physical matter, but we can already accept even if we do not see, to sense and feel the presence of spirit, and then but not to allow darker, lower spirits to influence us. We have to let go of that, to elevate ourselves above the nightmares of the dark astral entities that are like demons or whatever. There is people utilize that, and like Socrates says, we all have to deal with the demons. Once the demon is handled, everything is fine. But we all have, so it's not about judging other people, it's handling our own lower self, our own shadow aspect, and not to be in judgment of that, in order to elevate ourselves above that. For there is something, sometime last week we were asked to do something, to come out of our comfort zone, and we did it. But now we're out of our comfort zone. Spirit says, well, now you may have to stop that to do something else. So always be in touch with what feels right now, and never get never get blocked into an old truth, an old understanding. Keep your mind open to receive new truths. For the aura, we are surrounded with this bubble of energies, like a torus form, torus shapes, which is about arm length. When someone comes into this aura, you can feel and sense the presence of that person. You feel a lot more when somebody's really up close. And Einstein discovered this electromagnetism through a series of quanta, where he discovered that each particle, each atoms have this electromagnetic pulsation. And Spirit showed me that, so I know it's actually real. And so what we want is to eventually we're going to be able to we're going to create for medical purposes. We're going to, or even to read the wisdom of someone. We're going to have instrumentation, scientific instrumentation that can read the aura of the person, and so once we do that, we'll be able to know the level of wisdom of the person. But if there is something that is dysfunctional on the health level, this machine will be able to read the aura of the person, and then we can move the person into a healing center through light and sounds. We'll be able to realign the energy of the person without having to drug the person so we can avoid the effect of the cause. But so and while the sound and light is realigning the person, the understanding of the cause is also removed. So the cause that created the illness, for every illness comes from cause. There is a cause. So it's about removing the cause in order to return to the state of health. When Jesus healed the leopards, for instance, first is because the person knew that they had enough faith that the Christ could do that, and then the Christ didn't try to remove the illness. He just saw the light of the person in his most divine and perfect states, and then because of the person's beliefs, there was this self-healing that happens naturally through the power of the love and light of the Christ. Just an example. But soon we're going to develop great technologies that will change completely our life. Once we know God, it's so much easier to forgive. For sometimes there are certain things in the world, it's unforgivable, but it is forgivable. It's because we do not know that God is omniscient and is full of grace and full of love and full of mercy. Yet he loves all his children and will educate them. So let God make the judgment. Both in the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran, he says, I am the Lord. Let me judge. I am the one that's qualified to judge. You don't have to do that. It's not about... You don't even want to judge yourself. You just want to correct yourself when you feel for God is a single parent, but it's this huge family beyond anything we can actually conceive or imagine. So I wanted to come and say hello, to do those little reminders, this connection to this law of one. It's something that we're going to need to continue to practice, and the more we integrate it within the one, as we elevate ourselves, the grander the experience of unity and oneness, for there is no limit. The cosmos is very vast, and even beyond the cosmos, there is even reality beyond the cosmos, of a higher unity. So there is no end to our spiritual ascension. We want to just be well where you are, here and now. Just make this peace, make this joyful, make you in the state of receptivity and grace for the gratitude of what is to come. For we've already been informed of the great things that are possible, that are before us. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. The paintings behind me is part of a series of 9 paintings on the muses. They were the daughters of Zeus and Euronymé, the keeper of memory. Was it Euronymé? No, Mnemosyne, the Ronimeus, the Masters of the Graces. So so it's Mnemosyne and Zeus. So they're good friends. I've been working with the muse. This is Erato, the muse of erotic poetry, and so as an artist, the muses are very powerful. They can inspire. But I've been in contact psychically with so many of those Greek entities. And they're so magnificent beings. Every time you come in contact with them, they're like the opening windows of consciousness far beyond anything that as human beings we know. Although they are ascending beings as well, but they have ascended into this great realm of light, and they became. So I don't know them all. I haven't had made contact with them all, but every time I do, I know I am welcome there. It's part of our family. There's nothing to do with the great magnificence of the One that is all. This is on a higher level, but they are great cosmic beings that are always here to assist, such as the Elohims, the archangels, the ascended masters. All those beings they're eager to get in touch with us. And this is a painting about divinity, about the 7 great families of spirit beings, the company of heaven. It is a recent painting, so it's not quite finished, but I have to go really slow because it's very methodical. I might have to complete that in the transcendental, the Absonites. For the transcendental beings, there are 1,000 orders of transcendental beings on Paradise, but they will never be involved in time and space. Their nature is the transcendental level, beyond what's outside of time and space, beyond time and space, and the senior order are being the architects of the master universe. And they're not really revealed in the universe, but I've been in touch with them, and there was not all that much I can say about it because it's not the time, and they will reveal themselves when it is. But they are also the one that creates the galaxies. They are the eventuator of those magnificent galaxies. With the architects, they create that, and then they subside and let the spiritual administration takes their place. And so this is about the 7 families of spirit beings, almost finished. I finished with a song, with a very powerful song about ascension and spirituality. It's very deep, very profound. And then I'll pull up one more card. It was a song from the movie. It was written by Will Jennings, and it was sung originally by Jennifer Warner and Joe Cooker. It goes like this. Who knows what tomorrow brings? In a world few hearts survive. All I know is the way I feel. When it's real, I keep it alive. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world below, up where the clear winds blow. Some hang on to what used to be, live their life looking behind. All we have is here and now. All our lives are there to find. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world we know, where the clear winds blow. Time goes by, no time to cry. Life's you and I, alive today. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Life lifts us up where we belong, Far from the world we know, where the clear winds blow. Great songs. Reminds me of the 80s. I was living in New Mexico when this song came out. Santa Fe, New Mexico. I was living in the mountains. Reminds me of them. A very romantic time for me. When you're young, there's always a great dynamism. And today, the card of the day is the card number 11. It's about strength. The Archangel Ariel. Strength and grace expressed through kindness and gentleness. Trust in yourself, forgiveness. So it's like there is this dove that's moving with the sign of infinity here, and she's so it's both about this power of the glorious power of the lion, but it's about the strength of the lion and the gentleness of the deer. It's about forgiveness and opening the heart in order to feel more and to be in love, to know your life is love. I am love. I am light. I am. For I am that I am infinity, I am one with all that is, I am all that is, I am presence. All those mantras will resonate positively on you. So yesterday I was doing this in my mentor, I am into my I am presence, and my I am presence say I am my I am presence. I am. This is the great identity that we are reconnecting to, this great I am presence. For it is our sole and only true identity. It is the nature of God, and it is the spirit of God that we are. We are this projected manifestation, and everybody is, no matter what they believe. They temporarily forgotten that. So it's about opening ourselves to this great law of one. Well, I hope you find this video interesting. I wish you a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Namaste.